In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get to round 100 easily on D-Machine. Before you load into the game, you're going to need to have a class with Ring of Fire, ideally upgraded all the way to tier 5, and any starting weapon of your choice. I usually like to go with one of the shotguns. When you spawn in, just try to start building up some points. I usually like to stay in the spawn room getting melee kills until about round 10. As long as your melee is fully upgraded, you will have the Bowie knife, meaning it will be very easy to get continuous melee kills. If you're having trouble getting melee kills, just switch to the weapon you spawned in with. You shouldn't have any issues for the first 10 rounds. Also feel free to use your Ring of Fire as needed. Once we've built up a comfortable number of points, we're going to open the map all the way until we turn on the power. After that, very simply, just go ahead and unlock the Pack-a-Punch. While you're in the Dark Ether on your way to pick up the Pack-a-Punch part, feel free to shoot these crystals. You might get something like salvage or even an extra perk that you can use early on. At any point during the setup for this map, use any opportunity you can to upgrade your armor all the way. You'll also want to start upgrading the tiers on your starting weapon. One round after you return from the Dark Ether for the first time, you will have a guaranteed Megaton. You want to kill that as quickly as possible using your Ring of Fire, and pick up the key card that it drops. We're going to use this key card to help us get the DIE Shockwave. Additionally, as an optional step, I recommend that you activate the Coffin Dance Easter egg. You can use the time during the Coffin Dance Easter egg to break more of the crystals in the main part of the map, and you'll get free Juggernaut guaranteed, and if you're lucky like me, you might even get the ray gun. If you don't get the ray gun here, we will get this later on round 30. At this point, if you don't already have the ray gun, we're going to start building the DIE Shockwave. Use the key card to grab the part from this room, and then head to the main area of Nocturne Toten. Round up a few zombies, and then head inside of here and hit this button on the side of the wall to activate the DIE Shockwave suck effect. Once the weapon has sucked in enough zombies, you'll be able to blast open the wall and pick up the weapon for yourself. At this point, we're going to head up to the roof of Nocturne Toten. This is where we're going to be spending most of the rest of the game, but we're going to be using the DIE Shockwave only until round 30. Also, at any point, and as soon as you can, Pack-a-Punch your starting weapon up to Pack-a-Punch level 2, and use Salvage to upgrade it to the blue rarity. At this point, the strategy up until round 30 is very simple. All we're going to do is sit on top of the roof here, use our starting weapon and the DIE Shockwave to kill the zombies coming at us, which will only be from the front. Every time Ring of Fire is available, pop it, and use your starting weapon to help you get kills, or use the suck ability from the DIE Shockwave. When Ring of Fire is not available, use the firing mode of your DIE Shockwave to help you get kills to recharge it. This should work effectively up until a little before round 30. Exactly 10 rounds after you travel to the Dark Ether for the first time is when the Wonder Fizz machine will spawn in. Once that happens, use this opportunity to buy all the perks that you can. I'll leave some footage on screen so you can watch how I generally like to camp these early to mid rounds. Another trick to be aware of with this spot is when a Plague Hound round starts, stand right next to this post. This will allow all the dogs to spawn very close to you, which will allow you to complete this round very quickly. This works for the entire duration of the game. As you get closer to round 30, you may need to Pack-a-Punch your starting weapon a third time and give it an alternate ammo type, and or increase the rarity. Once you get to round 30, you're going to want to save a zombie at the end of the round. You're now going to use this time to start hitting the box to get the ray gun. The ray gun is extremely rare, so it may take a lot of hits to end up getting it. If you need to end the round and build up more points, just keep using the same strategy and save a zombie every round until you get the ray gun. Once you get the ray gun, we're going to save up points to fully Pack-a-Punch it. Remember, this costs 50,000 points, so if you don't have that quite yet, keep doing the same strategy as before until you do. Once your ray gun is fully upgraded, make sure that your other weapon is also fully upgraded, meaning Pack-a-Punch Tier 3, Gold Rarity, and equipped with Shatter Blast. Once you have all of that, you are ready to start the high round strategy. For the high round strategy, you're going to need decoys, semtexes, and a war machine. The high round strategy is very simple. At the beginning of the round, wait a few seconds, then use your Shatter Blast on the zombies climbing up this side wall. Then turn to the left and shoot the ground spawn with your ray gun. This should fully charge your Ring of Fire. At that point, you're going to pop your Ring of Fire and shoot this exact spot on the ground, over and over until the Ring of Fire is done. Once the Ring of Fire has ended, what you're going to do is look up at the ceiling and throw a decoy up there. Then you're going to wait a second and throw a Semtex up there. That decoy Semtex combo should give you enough kills to fully recharge your Ring of Fire. If it doesn't, just get a couple of ray gun kills and you should be fine. Once that's done, activate Ring of Fire again, and you're just going to rinse and repeat the same thing. Additionally, whenever you get the chance, make sure to pick up all the items off the ground. This will be the primary way that you refill your decoys and your Semtexes. If your Ring of Fire runs out and you don't have any decoys, then instead we're going to use the War Machine. You're going to run in a big circle clockwise around the room, and then kill all the zombies with the War Machine. This should be enough to recharge your Ring of Fire, and then you can keep repeating. Make sure to be on the lookout for zombies dropping decoys on the ground. But if not, go pick up more decoys at the end of the round from the crafting table in the spawn room. I'm going to leave a little bit of gameplay on screen so you can see what full loops of the strategy look like. And it is as simple as that. There are only two things that can happen that change up the way we play the strategy, so let's talk about those. Firstly, when you get an insta-kill, I recommend just switching to your starting weapon, or getting a fully automatic weapon to easily kill the zombies. It's relatively straightforward, just shooting all three of the spawns the same way we do normally with the ray gun. Keep in mind that kills during insta-kill will not recharge your Ring of Fire, so watch out for that. Next, let's talk about how to kill the Megaton. When you hear the Megaton spawn in, get Ring of Fire if you don't have it already, and focus all of your ray gun fire on the Megaton. When the Megaton splits, you can use Semtexes to easily take out both sides of it, especially if you have Ring of Fire active. If the Megaton doesn't die before your Ring of Fire runs out, just ignore it for a moment, recharge your Ring of Fire, then activate Ring of Fire and focus your fire on the Megaton again. It is that easy. If you take it down, you're going to want to kill a zombie to revive yourself with tier 5 Quick Revive. Then throw a decoy and buy all your perks back from the Wonder Fizz machine. The zombies should all be bundled up and you can use a Semtex to recharge your Ring of Fire. Now at this point you might be out of armor, and it's up to you if you'd like to continue running the strategy and get armor at the end of the round like I do here, or if you'd rather get armor now. If you're going to get armor now, just take the fast travel down to the bottom area, buy armor, and take the fast travel up. And that's my tutorial. That is everything you need to know to get to round 100 on D-Machine. If you like this video and want to see more like it, feel free to subscribe. Also, if there's a map that you are struggling to get to round 100 on, leave a comment down below, and I might cover it in a future video. Also, if you would like to see more gameplay to study what I did in these games, I've left a link down in the description to 2 separate games of D-Machine that I've played, which is where this footage came from. You could see 2 instances of me going all the way from round 1 to round 100. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.